Adam Bell. Clym of the Clough and William of Cloudesly by Frank Sidgwick. The text. The earliest complete text, here given, was printed by William Copland between 1548 and 1568. There are extant 2 printed fragments, one printed by John Byddell in 1536, and the other in a type older than Copland's. Later, there are 2 editions printed by James Roberts in 1605, and finally a MS. Text in the Percy Folio, circa 1650. Copland's text is obviously full of faults, and in emendations I have mostly followed Child. The story, lively and admirably told, contains little extrinsic interest, except in William's feat of shooting the apple from his son's head. This is inevitably associated with the legend of William Tell, which is told in the White Book of Obwalden, written about 1470. But similar stories can be found in the Icelandic Saga of Dietrich of Bern, about 1250, and in Saxo Grammaticus, who wrote his Danish History about the year 1200. 3 or 4 other versions of the story are to be found in German and Scandinavian literature before the date of our ballad, but they all agree in 2 points which are missing in the English ballad. The shot is compulsory, and the archer reserves another arrow for purposes of revenge in case he misses his mark. William of Cloudesly volunteers a difficult and risky feat out of bravado. The rescue of Cloudesly by Adam Bell and Clym of the Clough may be compared with the rescue of Robin Hood by Little John and much in Robin Hood and the Monk, Stt. 61–81. Adam Bell, Clym of the Clough and William of Cloudesly 1. Marry, it was in green forest among the leaves green, were that men walk both east and west with bows and arrows keen. 2. To rise the deer out of their den, such sightus as hath oft been a seen, as by 3 yemen of the north country, by them it is as I mean. 3. The one of them hight Adam Bell, the other Clym of the Clough, the third was William of Cloudesly, an archer good enough. 4. They were outlawed for venison, these 3 yemen ever each one. They swore them brethren upon a day, to Englishy wood for to gone. 5. Now Lith, and Leiston, gentlemen, and that of Mirths loveth to hear. 2 of them were single men, the third had a wedded fear. 6. William was the wedded man. Much more than was hys care. He said to hys brethren upon a day, to Carlisle he would fare. 7. For to speak with fair Alice his wife, and with hys children 3, by my troth, said Adam Bell, not by the counsel of me. 8. For if ye go to Carlisle, brother, and from Tice wild woed Wendy, if that the justice may you take, your life were at an enda. 9. If that I come not tomorrow, brother, by preem to you again, trust not else but that I am take, or else that I am slain. 10. He took hys leave of hys brethren too, and to Carlisle he is gone. There he knocked at his own window shortly in Onone. 11. Where be you, fair Alice, my wife, and my children 3? Lightly let in thine husband William of Cloudesly. 12. Alas! Then said fair Alice, and sighed wondrous sore, Tice place hath been beset for you Tice half year and more. 13. Now am I here, said Cloudesly, I would that and I were. Now, fetch us meat and drink ena, and let us make good share. 14. She fecked hym meat and drink plenty, like a true wedded wife, and pleased hym with that she had, home she loved as her life. 15. There lay an old wife in that place, a lytle beside the fire, which William had found of cherry tie more than 7 year. 16. Up she rose, and walked full still, evil mote she speed therefore. For she had not set no foot on ground in 7 year before. 17. She went unto the justice hall, as fast as she could hie. Tice night is come unto this town William of Cloudesly. 18. Thereof the justice was full fain, and so was the sherife also. Thou shalt not travail hither, dame, for naught. Thy meed thou shalt have ere thou go. 19. They gave to her a right good goon, of Skurlaw it was, as I heard saying. She took the gift, and home she wenty, and couched her doon again. 20. They risked the town of Mary Carlisle, in all the hast that they can, and came thronging to William's house, as fast as they might gone. 21. There they beset that good yeoman round about on every side. William heard great noise of folks, that hither ward they hyed. 22. Alice opened a shot window, and looked all about. She was ware of the justice and the sherife both, wyth a full great root. 23. Alas, treason, cried Alice, ever woe may thou be. Go into my chamber, my husband, she said, sweet William of Cloudesly. 24. He took his sword and hys buckler, hys bow and hys children 3, and went he into hys strongest chamber, where he thought surest to be. 25. Fair Alice followed him as a lover true, with a poleaxe in her hand. He shall be dead that here cometh in Tice door, while I may stand. 26. Cloudesly bent a well good bowie, that was of trusty tray. He smote the justice on the breast, that hys arrow breast in 3. 27. God's curse on his heart, said William, Tice day thy coat dyd on. If it had been no better than mine, it had gone ne'er thy bone. 28. Yelled thee, Cloudesly, said the justice, and thy bowie and thy arrows the fro. God's curse on hys heart, said fair Alice, that my husband counselleth so. 29. Set fire on the house, said the sherife, sith it will no better be, and bren we theron William, he said, hys wife and children 3. 30. They fired the house in many a place, the fire flew up on high. Alas, then cried fair Alice, I say we shall here die. 31. William open ydhys back window, that was in hys chamber on hie, and with sheets. Let hys wife down and hys children 3. 32. Have here my treasure, said William, my wife and my children 3. For Christe's love do them no harm, but recay you all on me. 33. William shot so wondrous well, till hys arrows were all go, and the fire so fast upon hym fell, that hys bowstring brent in 2. 34. The spirkles brent and fell hym on good William of Cloudesly, but then was he a wo full man, and said, Tice is a coward's death to me. 35. Lever I had, said William, with my sword in the root to ren, then here among mine enemies woed thus cruelly to bren. 36. He took hys sword and hys buckler, and among them all he ran. Where the people were most in priest he smote down many a man. 37. There might no man stand hys stroke, so fiercely on them he ran. Then they threw windows and doors on him and so took that good yeoman. 38. There they hym bound both hand and fote, and in a deep donjon him cast. Now, Cloudesly, said the high justice, thou shalt be hanged in hast. 39. One vow shall I make, said the sherife, a pair of new gallows shall I for thee make, and all the gates of Carlisle shall be shoot. There shall no man come in the rat. 40. Then shall not help Clym of the Clough, nor yet Adam Bell, though they came with 1,000 mo, nor all the devils in hell. 41. Early in the morning ng the justice uprose, to the gates. Fast gone he gone, and commanded to be shut full close lidle ever each one. 42. Then went he to the market place, as fast as he could hie. A pair of new gallows there dyd he upset, beside the pillory. 43. A little boy stood them among, and asked what mean that gallow tray? They said, to hang a good yeoman, called William of Cloudesly. 44. That little boy was the town Swyne heard, and kept fair Alice Swyne. Full oft he had seen Cloudesly in the wad, and geven hym there to dine. 45. He went out of a crevice in the wall, and, lightly to the wood dyd gone, there met he with these white young men shortly in Annone. 46. Alas! Then said he that little boye, ye tarry here all too long. Cloudesly is taken, and dampned to death, all ready for to honge. 47. Alas! Then said good Adam Bell, that ever we see tice day, he might here with us have dwelled, so oft as we dyd him priya. 48. He might have tarried in green forest, under the shadow's sheen, and have kept a both hym and us in rest, out of trouble and teen. 49. Adam bent a right good bow, a great heart sown had he. Slain. Take that, child, he saidie, to thy dinner, and bring me mine arrow again. 50. Now go we hence, saw yed these white young men, tarry we no longer here, we shall hym barrow, by God's grace, though we buy it full dear. 51. To Carlul went these good yemen, in a merry morny ng of May. Here is a fyt of Cloudesly, and another is for to say. 52. And when they came to merry Carlul, in a fair morny ng tide, they found the gates shut them until round about on every side. 53. Alas! Then said good Adam Bell, that ever we were made men. These gates be shut so wonderly well, that we may not come herein. 54. Then spake Clym of the Clough, wyth a while we wyl us in bring. Let us say we be messengers, straight comen from our king. 55. Adam said, I have a letter written well now let us wisely work, we wyl say. We have the king's seal, I hold the porter no clerk. 56. Then Adam Bell bed on the gate with strokes great and strong. The porter heard Susha noise the rat, and to the gate fast he throng. 57. Who is there now, saidie the porter, that maketh all this knocking? We be two messengers, said Clym of the Clough, be comen straight from our king. 58. We have a letter, said Adam Bell, to the justice we must it bring. Let us in our message to do, that we were again to our king. 59. Here cometh no man in, said the porter, by hym that died on a tray, till a false the fay be hanged called William of Cloudesly. 60. Then spake that good yeoman Clym of the Clough, and swore by Mary free, if that we stand long without, like of the fay hanged shalt thou be. 61. Lo, here we have got the king's seal. What, Lordane, art thou? Wot? The porter had Wendy it had been so, and lightly dyd off hys hode. 62. Welcome be my lord's seal, saidie he, for that ye shall come in. He opened the gate right shortly, an evil opening for him. 63. Now we are in, saidie Adam Bell, thereof we are full fain. But Christ knoweth, that harrowed hell, how we shall come out again. 64. Had we the keys, said Clym of the Clough, right well then should we speed, then might we come out well e'en a wan we say time and nade. 65. They called the porter to a council, and wrung his neck in two, and cast hym in a depa donjon, and took the keys hym fro. 66. Now am I porter, said Adam Bell, say, brother, the keys have we here, the worst porter to Mary Carlisle that ye had tice 100th year. 67. Now will we our bows bend, into the town will we go, for to deliver our dear brother, where he lieth in care and woe. 68. Then they bent their good yew bows, and loped their stringes were round. The market-place of Mary Carlisle they beset in that stound. 69. And, as they loped them beside, a pair of new gallows there they see, and the justice with a quest of squille, that judged William hanged to be. 70. And Cloudesly himself lay ready in a cart fast bound both foot and hand, and a strong rope about hys neck, all ready for to be hanged. 71. The justice called to him a lad, Cloudesly. Clothes should he have, to take the measure of that good yeoman, and thereafter to make hys grave. 72. I have seen as great a merveil, said Cloudesly, as between Tice and Prem. He that maketh Tice grave for me, himself may lie therein. 73. Thou speakest proudly, said the justice, I shall hange thee with my hand. Full well that heard his brethren to their style as they dyd stand. 74. Then Cloudesly cast his eyne aside, and saw his brethren stand at a corner of the marketplace, with their good bows bent in their hand, ready the justice for to chase. 75. I say good comfort, said Cloudesly, yet hope I well to fare, if I might have my hands at will right litel wol I care. 76. Then bespake good Adam Bell to Clym of the Clough so free, brother, say ye mark the justice well. Lo, yonder ye may him say. 77. And at the sheriff shote I will strongly withe an arrow keen. A better shote in merry Carlisle Tice 7 year was not seen. 78. They loosed their arrows both at once, of no man had they drade. The one hyt the justice, the other the sheriff, that both their sides gone blade. 79. All men voided, that them stode nigh, wan the justice fell to the ground and the sheriff fell nigh him by. Either had his death's wound. 80. All the citizens fast gone fle, they durst no longer abide. There lightly they loosed Cloudesly, where he with ropes lay tied. 81. William Sturt, to an officer of the town, his axe out his hand he wrong, on esh side he smote them down, him thought he had tarried too long. 82. William Sadie to his brethren too, Tice day let us live and die, if ever you have nade, as I have now, the same shall you find by me. 83. They shot so well in that tide, for their stringes were of silk full sure, that they kept the strets on every side, that bataille did long endure. 84. They fought together as brethren true, like hardy men and bold, many a man to the ground they threw, and made many an hurt called. 85. But wan their arrows were all gone, men pressed on them full fast, they drew their swords then on one, and their bows from them cast. 86. They went lightly on their way, with swords and bucklers round, by that it was the mides of the day, they had made many a wound. 87. There was many an out horn in Carle blowen, and the bells backward dyd they ryng, many a woman Sadie, alas, and many their hands dyd ring. 88. The myray of Carlisle forth calm was, and with hym a full great root. These three yemen dread hym full sore, for their lives stowed in doot. 89. The myray came armed, a full great pace, with a palax in his hand. Many a strong man with him was, there in that store to stand. 90. The myray smote at Cloudesly with his bill, his buckler he brast in two, full many a yeoman with great yll, alas. Treason, they cried for woe. Kepi we the gates fast, they bade, that these traitors the route not go. 91. But all for naught was that they wrought, for so fast they down were laid, till they all three, that so manfully fought, were gotten without at a braid. 92. Have here your keys, said Adam Bell, mine office I hear. Forsake, if you do by my counsel a new porter ye make. 93. He threw the keys there at their heads, and bade them evil to thrive, and all that letteth any good yeoman to come and comfort his wife. 94. Thus be these good yeomen gone to the woad, as lightly as Lephaon. Lind. They laugh and be merry in their mode, their enemies were far behind. 95. Wan they came to Ingliswold, under their tristy tray, there they found bows full good, and arrows great plenty. 96. So help me God, said Adam Bell, and Clym of the Clough so free, I would we were no in merry Carlisle, before that fair main. 97. They set them down, and made good share, and eat and drank full well. Here is a fitta of the white yongeman, and another I shall you tell. 98. As they sat in Ingliswood, under their trysty tray, they thought. They heard a woman wepe, but her they might not say. 99. Sore sighed their fair Alice, and said, Alas, that ever I see tis day. For no is my dear husband slain. Alas, and well away. 100. Might I have spoken with hys dear brethren, with either of them twain, to show to them what him befell, my heart were out of pain. 101. Cloudesly walked a little beside, and looked under the green wood lind. He was ware of his wife and children 3, full woe in hurt and mind. 102. Welcome, wife, then said William, unto this trysty tray. I had Wendy yesterday, by sweet Saint John, thou should me never have say. 103. Now well is me, she said, that ye be here, my heart is out of woe. Dame, he said, be merry and glad, and thank my brethren too. 104. Hera to speak, said Adam Bell, I wis it is no boat. The meat that we must sup withal, it runneth yet fast on fote. 105. Then went they down into a laund, these noble archers all 3. Each of them slew a heart of grease, the best they cold there say. 106. Have here the best, Alice my wife, said William of Cloudesly, by cause ye so boldly stowed me by one I was slain full nigh. 107. Then went they to their supper with such meat as they had, and thanked God of their fortune. They were both merry and glad. 108. And when they had supped well, certain withouten lease, Cloudesly said, We will to our king, to get us a charter of peace. 109. Alice shall be at sojourning in a nunnery here beside. My 2 zonas shall with her go, and there they shall abide. 110. Mine eldest son shall go with me, for hym have I no care, and he shall bring you word again, how that we do fare. 111. Thus be these white men to London gone, as fast as they may hie, till they came to the King's palace, there they would needs be. 112. And when they came to the King's court, unto the palace gate, of no man wold they ask leave, but boldly went in the rat. 113. They priested prestly into the hall, of no man had they dreed. The porter came after, and dyd them kaye, and with them began to chide. 114. The usher said, Yemen, what wold ye have? I pray you tell to me. You might thus make officers shent, good syrs, of whence be ye? 115. Sire, we be outlaws of the forest certain withouten lease, and hither we be come to our king, to get us a charter of peace. 116. And when they came before the king, as it was the law of the land, they knelt down without letting, and each held up his hand. 117. They said, Lord, we beseech you here, that ye will grant us grace, for we have slain your fat fallow deer in many a sundry place. 118. What is your names? Then said our king, Anone that you tell me. They said, Adam Bell, Clym of the Clough, and William of Cloudesly. 119. Be ye those thevas, then said our king, that men have told of to me? Here to God I make a vow, ye shall be hanged all 3. 120. Ye shall be dead without mercy, as I am king of this land. He commanded his officers everych one, fast on them to lay hand. 121. There they took these good yemen, and arrested them all 3. So may I thrive, said Adam Bell, tis game liketh not me. 122. But, good Lord, we beseech you now, that ye will grant us grace, insomuch as we be to you common, or else that we may fro you passe. 123. With such weapons, as we have here, till we be out of your place, and if we live this 100 year, we will ask you no grace. 124. Ye speak proudly, said the king, ye shall be hanged all 3. That were great pity, said the quene, if any grace might be. 125. My lord, Whan I came first into this land to be your wedded wife, the first boon that I would ask, ye would grant me bellife. 126. And I asked you never none till now. Therefore, good Lord, grant it me. Now ask it, madam, said the king, and granted shall it be. 127. Then, good Lord, I you beseech, these yemen grant you me. Madam, ye might have asked a boon, that should have been worth them 3. 128. Ye might have asked tors, and towns, parks and forests plenty. None so pleasant to my pay, she said, nor none so leffe to me. 129. Madam, sith it is your desire, your asking granted shall be, but I had lever have given you good market towns 3. 130. The quene was a glad woman, and said, Lord, gramercy, I dare undertake for them, that true men shall they be. 131. But, good Lord, speak some merry word, that comfort they may say. I grant you grace, then said our king, wash ye, fellows, and to meat go ye. 132. They had not setten but a while certain without lessing. There came messengers out of the north with letters to our king. 133. And whan they came before the king, they knelt down upon their kne, and said, Lord, your officers greta you well, of Carlisle in the north country. 134. How fareth my justice, said the king, and my sherife also? Sire, they be slain, without lessing, and many an officer mo. 135. Who hath them slain? Said the king. Anone thou tell me. Adam Bell, and Clym of the Clough, and William of Cloudesly. 136. Alas for Ruth! Then said our king, my heart is wondrous sore. I had lever than 1,000 pounds, I had known of Tice before. 137. For I have why granted them grace, and that forthen keth me. But had I known all Tice before, they had been hanged all 3. 138. The king opened the letter Anone. Himself he read it though, and found how these 3 outlaws had slain 300 men and mo. 139. First the justice, and the sheriff, and the mire of Carlisle town. Of all the constables and catchippoles alive were left not one. 140. The bailies, and the bedills both, and the sergeantes of the law, and 40 fosters of the fay, these outlaws had why slaw. 141. And broke his parks, and slain his deer. Over all they chose the best. So perilous outlaws as they were walked not by east nor west. 142. When the king this letter had read, in his heart he sighed sore. Take up the table, Anone he bade, for I may eat no more. 143. The king called his best arkers to the buttes with him to go. I will say these fellows showed, he said, that in the north have wrought this woe. 144. The Kinge's bowmen busk them blive, and the Cain's archers also. So dyd these 3 white yemen, with them they thought to go. 145. There twice or thrice, they showed about for to assay their hand. There was no shoat these 3 yemen shot, that any prike might them stand. 146. Then spake William of Cloudesly, by God that for me died, I hold him never no good archer, that shotteth at buttes so wide. 147. Whereat? Then said our king, I pray thee tell me, at Susha but, syr, he said, as men use in my country. 148. William went he into a field, and his 2 brethren with him. There they set up 2 hazel rods 20 score paces between. 149. I hold him an archer, said Cloudesly, that yonder wand cleveth in 2. Here is none sush, said the king, nor none that can subdue. 150. I shall assay, syr, said Cloudesly, or that I farther go. Cloudesly with a berry ng arrow clave the wand in 2. 151. Thou art the best archer, then said the king, forsooth that ever I say, and yet for your love, said William, I will do more maestry. 152. I have a zana is 7-year-old, he is to me full dear. I will hym tie to a stake. All shall say, that be here. 153. And lay an apple upon hys head, and go 60 paces hym fro, and I myself with a broad arrow shall cleave the apple in two. 154. Now haste thee then, said the king, by hym that died on a tray. But why if thou do not as thou hast said, hanged shalt thou be. 155. And thou touche his head or gown, in sight that men may say, by all the saints that be in heaven, I shall hang you all three. 156. That I have promised, said William, I will it never forsake. And there even before the king in the earth he drove a stake. 157. And bound Therto his eldest zana, and bade hym stand still thereat, and turned the child's face fro him, because he should not sturt. 158. An apple upon his head he set, and then his bowie he bent. Syxe score paces they were outmet, and tether Cloudesly went. 159. There he drew out fair broad arrow, hys bowie was great in longe, he set that arrow in his bowie, that was both stiff and strong. 160. He prayed the people, that were there, that they wold still stand, for he that shotteth for such a wager behoveth a steadfast hand. 161. Much people prayed for Cloudesly, that his life saved might be, and wan he made hym ready to shoot, there was many a weeping eye. 162. Thus Cloudesly cleft the apple in two, that many a man it say, over God's forebode, said the king, that thou shouldest shoot at me. 163. I give thee 18 pence a day, and my bowie shalt thou bear, and over all the north country I make the chief ridere. 164. And I give thee 12 pence a day, said the quene, by God and by my fay. Come fetch thy payment whan thou wilt, no man shall say thee nay. 165. William, I make thee gentleman of Clothy and of Fay, and thy two brethren yemen of my chambre, for they are so seemly to see. 166. Your zana, for he is tendre of age, of my wine cellar shall he be, and whan he cometh to man's state, better avanced shall he be. 167. And, William, bring me your wife, said the quene, me longeth sore her to see. She shall be my chefe gentlewoman, and govern my nursery. 168. The yemen thanked them full courteously, and said, to Rome straight will we wend, of all the sins that we have done to be assoiled of his hand. 169. So forth be gone these good yemen, as fast as they might hie, and after came and dwelled with the king, and died good men all three. 170. Thus endeth the lives of these good yemen. God send them eternal blessing, and all that with hand bowie shotteth, that of heaven they may never my see.